Iranian clerics war on hijablessness, businesses closed and jobs lost. Iran's strict enforcement of mandatory hijab laws has led to widespread unemployment, with thousands of Iranians losing their jobs as businesses shut down due to noncompliance. In March alone, at least 2,000 businesses were closed, while in Tehran, 13 cafes and restaurants were forced to shut their doors. The Opal Mall, a significant shopping center in northern Iran, experienced closures affecting over 450 establishments and 2,500 jobs. Despite the economic turmoil, Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei remains steadfast in his support for hijab enforcement. However, the crackdown has ignited debate among legal experts and scholars. Law professor Mohammad Mansouri-Boroujeni questioned the logic behind the closures, stating, quote, "Has anyone ever heard of a street being banned because a murder happened there? Businesses cannot be sealed because someone has removed their hijab there." With tensions rising, Iran's unwavering commitment to mandatory hijab laws comes at a significant cost to its economy and people. So, Armin, according to some estimates that I saw, I don't know how accurate this is. Some reporting said that there are tens of thousands of jobs that have been lost because businesses are being forcibly closed due to hijab enforcement. I don't know if it's tens of thousands, but at least thousands of people are now unemployed because their employers are shut down because they're not mandating that women are wearing the hijab while within their establishment. So what have you heard about this on Persian side of things?
I've been hearing contradictory reports.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one is true. So don't trust anything I'm saying here. I'm just telling you what people are saying, okay? I'm hearing some people saying this is really bad for them, but I'm also hearing counter arguments that I don't know, always, or at least in some instances, this is good for them, business-wise. Because, and some stores are trying to get shut down because it's a marketing. It's a great marketing because a lot of people... Because so they're going out and shutting stores down for letting in women without hijab, and then after a while they reopen them. And when they reopened, a lot of people like to go support them because they were letting in women without hijab, and also their names are mentioned on social media. And it's kind of like, and if you're a store which allows women without hijab in, it kind of signals that you're a cool place to hang out. You know what I mean? So you're like you're one of those, cooler place, right? So
we're so liberal and hip. Look at us. We got how countercultural, how punk rock. We got shut down for civil disobedience. And then people are going to rally around the business and go above to support them when they open up again. Is that the idea?
Yeah, and you know who's claiming that? Government officials. Like this, I don't know. So
what?
So I'm not saying this. This is not the opposition saying this. Government officials, like I saw videos of government officials saying that some stores are trying to get shut down. Like this is backfiring, right?
Yeah.
So Opal, for example, here's another thing. Opal, which was like a big mall with so many different stores, the entirety of the mall, like that's a really popular big giant mall. That was closed down. One of the
largest malls in the world.
Yeah, that was the entirety was shut down because they weren't enforcing hijab laws and people were coming in without hijab. And when they were reopened, listen to this. This is like, don't research right now. This is interesting. There was one store that put on Instagram. No, wait, don't research anything. I want you to listen to this. I know I can still see that you're researching. Okay. No, wait. I know you're pretending that not research, but I can tell that you research. You can't hide it. You're muted. Okay. So there was one store, okay, that said we're put on Instagram a story saying that we're open again and we're going to give a 50% discount for anybody that shows up without hijab. Okay. And but that was that the police showed up there and they were harassing the store owner who posted that. So it was so bad. They were like, the video was so aggressive, right? But she
Mhm.
like that was the response, right? The day that was open, they put a story of like, yeah, we're back and 50% off. Like this is that this but like they took a screenshot of the story and they were like in the woman's face, like, did you post this? Did you? It was so aggressive. It was so disgusting the way they were addressing that they were dealing with that woman. But I really think this is looking really bad. This violates Islamic Republic's own laws. There is no law. There is no, within Iran's law. There is nothing that lets you do that.
What
There
do you
is
mean?
nothing that's like you can't shut down a store within the existing legal framework of Iran because they're not enforcing the law. The people, the citizens are not responsible for enforcing the law. And this is what a lot of legal, even religious legal, pro-regime legal experts are complaining about this in Iran. They're like, what you're executing a law that does not exist. We don't have a legal framework for you to be able to go and say that we're shutting this store down because you let non-hijabi in. This is we don't have any law for that. You're just enforcing things, and you're making a mockery out of our legal system because you just made something up that we don't have on the books. So it's they're saying this is embarrassing that you guys even anti pro-regime, pro-hijab, pro-mandatory hijab people are complaining about how what are you doing? This is not based on any laws that we have. And also a lot of people are saying, like, a lot of store owners are complaining about, what do you guys want us to do? We're not the police. Like, we can't do this. I mean, they're like, don't let women in without the hijab. I'm like, half of the people are now in Upper Tehran without hijab. Like, we can't like just close the. I mean, have you seen? Should I show videos of malls in Iran right now?
Yes, do it. I mean, I've seen them, but for our audience, because I remember watching this with you a few months ago. There's, I mean, even more nowadays that are crazy. And I asked you what you thought when you saw this, and you're like, I feel like I'm watching just a video in any normal developed city or any developed nation. But then I remember that this is inside Iran, and suddenly I feel like I'm looking at these women naked. Because like that was the reaction you're used to having when you were growing up there, is when you would see a woman like this, it was as if you were seeing her naked. That's how shocking it felt. But then to see so many people doing this publicly, that was super interesting perspective.
So this is, which mall is this? I don't know which mall this is, but here. This is,
Wait,
should I
don't play
cut down the music? Don't play the music, okay. But so let's see. So this woman behind the counter, she had the hijab. This is in Iran. This is in a country where mandatory hijab law, and people are like just walking. Look, the no hijab, some hijab. I see, like, okay, I saw some hijab. Okay, there's hijab here, no hijab here, no hijab here. Like this woman. Hijab, no hijab, no hijab, no hijab.
Oh, those zaytun looks good.
No hijab, no hijab. Some hijab here.
Oh, they got Starbucks.
Yeah. But that's not Starbucks. They don't have Starbucks. Starbucks is American. They just made it look like Starbucks.
Okay.
Oh no, this is Starbucks. I think you mean like the. Oh yeah,
it literally
right.
says Starbucks on it.
I thought you meant this. I didn't see the one before it. Yeah. So some hijab again.
So many American brands. It's so funny.
Hijab, no hijab. See, this is like, if they don't let people with that, like, it's too late.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
You can't undo this. You're done. You guys are done. There's no way to undo this. It's just, people are just casually not wearing the hijab. It's impossible to undo this.
Yeah.
Look, and they're like that.
A lot of them still wear the manteau. Because for those who don't know, the hijab is not only mandatory headscarf. Women also have to wear longer coats that kind of cover their bums and kind of cut off at the thighs. It's called the manteau.
No hijab.
See, like, you still see a lot of women wearing the manteau.
Yes. Well, she's not wearing it. Look.
No.
She's trying to have the both worlds. She said, like, look, I'm hip, but kind of like wearing kind of something like the hijab as
Stylish.
well. So like, don't judge me with my hijab. Judge me based on how stylish I am.
I mean, girl, I get it.
Yeah.
No. It was funny when I was
So,
watching this a few months ago, like I was thinking about the proportion of women that I see wearing hijab in this video was like the same as it was when I was living in Vienna. Like this could be
yeah.
Vienna.
Yeah. Like, oh, this is clever. This is like, I don't wear the hijab, but I have the hijab around my neck just in case somebody tells me to wear the hijab. So actually, this is good because you turn your hijab into a shawl around your
Mhm.
neck, and if there are places where they're like you can't get in without your hijab, you just put it on your head, you get in, and then you take it off.
Yeah.
So you get at a metro, and there's guards at the metro. They're like, we don't provide services for you can't get in without a hijab. So you just for 2 seconds you put the hijab on, you get in, and then you take it off. That's how it works. Because you only need to have it at the entrance.
Mhm.
I mean, here's the this is the problem. What is the mall supposed to do? Because they shut down the mall, if they come out and see that people are without hijab, okay, so the mall is like, what are we supposed to do? Like, well, don't let people in if they don't have the hijab. Like, dude, even if we do that, they're gonna take it off once they're in. You want us to chase them down all around the mall? Like, we can't do that.
Well, Armin,
We're not
this
the
is why
police.
they've started using video surveillance to start facial tracking people to find them for hijab noncompliance.
But they're not working. They just recently came out with a report that they're not working. They can't recognize. They're sending warnings to blonde men because for some reason because for not having a job on. Men to men. For some reason, every man that colors his hair like is getting a warning for not having a job. I don't like.
That's
It's a very frustrating.
hilarious. So
And
they spent so much money getting all this technology from the Chinese, and then it's just flagging blonde men.
No, and also there's some of them that are supposed to be automated, which they're all misfiring, and
Yeah.
some of them are supposed to be based on people's report, and people are flooding them with false reports.
Yeah.
So a lot of very hijabi people are getting warnings about not having hijab. So religious people with the full chador are getting reports, like getting warnings that you have been reported seeing without a hijab. And
It's so weird because if you think about it, it's as if the government is texting you like, you whore. So the idea of all these Chidori women basically being told by their government, you whore. It's kind of funny to me.
Oh, somebody's saying this is Opal. So this is Opal. So that's the mall. Okay. I didn't know this is Opal. Yeah. So, and also they're saying that the advanced cameras that they done that was supposed to do facial recognitions, they're not good at all. Like they can't do facial recognitions. It's flawed. It's completely, it's not working. So they're screwed. They're screwed, and that's why religious people, very religious people, look, oh my god, even the ad was not hijabi. Look, the ad is not hijabi. What the hell? This was not allowed back in my time. You couldn't have an ad like this. Look, you can see the entire body. Like, how are they having this? In my time, when I was in Iran, you wouldn't be able to have an ad like this on the wall. You could see the body and everything. In my day, back in my day. I sound like an old man. No. Okay, but very religious people are now trying to enforce the laws themselves. And they're so angry with the government. They're just saying, so it's turning religious people against liberal people. They're chasing, and that's why some people sometimes die. Because, anyways, one woman just recently died because religious people are going around and trying to enforce the laws themselves.
Harass people, intimidate people.
Yeah. Anyways, this is the new Iran.
Wow. The times, they are a-changing, I tell you.
The times changing, yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, that's just one video. There is, like, let me actually show you this. This is now Iranians outside of Iran love watching this because they're not in Iran and they're shocked about what's happening, right? So if you actually go on YouTube, there's this has become a major content source for people. Like that, I just showed you one video. There is like endless number of videos of Iranian women in Iran, and they just get thousands of views. So of what Iran is becoming. So yeah, you could go check them out. Susie, come back. Look at all these videos. Look at all these videos people are making about like bragging about how
Iran or
liberal
Europe. That's literally the thumbnail.
Iran or Europe.
I mean, literally.
Oh my god.
Because it doesn't look like America, because you don't see that many hijabis in America. But in Europe, if you're out in public, like you do see a lot of hijabis. So I would say, like, when I see that mall, it was like walking around a mall in Germany.
Okay, this is exaggeration. They're not walking around like that. I think they just have a realistic picture in the background, and they just crop somebody that is showing like something that is definitely not in there. You know what I mean? This one is not. One of these women is not like their others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see this one?
Crop top. We're doing crop tops now.
That's not there. That's just added to the thumbnail for shock value. You can now get the sexiest blasphemous art ever known to mankind for free. Too sexy to show most of it here on YouTube. We draw Muhammad, Hindu goddesses, sexy hijabi art, Jesus, Mother Mary, Japanese god, Greek gods, and much, much more. Click on the link below where it says get our free blasphemous art.